Hey, what's up guys? So Valve just released a pretty big update for CSGO tonight on the 31st. So we're going to go over all the map changes that were released in this update tonight. There was a lot more change than just some map changes, but there's so much to talk about. We're just going to cover just the map changes since they did change dust to Mirage, Overpass, Cobblestone, Train, and Cache. So, Valve coming up big here, changing a lot. So we're gonna start off with the maps that were changed the least amount, so we can get through them quicker. Be able to show you all the changes on those maps, and then we'll get to the maps that were changed more. Be able to talk about those a little bit later. So first, starting off on Cache here, they improved the visibility on seeing the barrel guy here. So coming up here, as a terrorist, or I guess in any scenario really, trying to fight a guy peeking that barrel was incredibly hard. And then by adding this simple white tarp here, it just really increases visibility for seeing people, because once again, fighting a guy that was peeking here was pretty hard to see. So simple change, well done. What they did was add these boundaries to see where you can plant. Some people probably didn't even know, but you can plant here, so that's pretty cool. I like it. You can clearly see where you can plant if you want to plant for a guy to play it lower main there. So you can just plant right there, so that's pretty cool. So they fixed an exploit boost at A as well. And they said they made white tarps on crates more spammable. Valve, I have no idea what that is. As you can see, I was trying to spam this, but this box is clearly, not even the corner of it is spammable. So Valve, make it more spammable. So I'm not really sure what made the white tarps on crates more spammable. Not really sure what that one was, but yeah, so that's pretty much it for Cache. Made a little bomb site layout. You can clearly see people picking barrels at you now. And that is it. Let's move to the next map. Alright, on Cabo now. Big change here is that they added this wall to be a slant now, instead of it being a corner where you could hide behind. So that's a pretty big change for the B plat up here. Second change was they smoothed out the movement in the bomb site here. And I'm assuming that they just pretty much smoothed it out to make sure that you could pretty much walk over everything smoothly like this and not get caught on anything, in case you got like stuck and then you have to jump to get up on it. So I think they just kind of smoothed out everything, made sure you don't get stuck running over objects, and yeah, that's what they did in the bomb site B there. The last change on Cabo here is this haystack. You used to be able to get up and down it by just running at it or strafing. You could literally get to the top of it and then go down to the bottom of it and go back to the top of it by just pressing AD, and you could like climb at an extremely fast pace. So now you have to jump up on it, so that's good. And that is it for Cobble, guys. Alright, next up is Mirage, and let's go to the big change first. They opened up the skybox across here, so that now pretty much stuff like that can pretty much the skybox is up, so you can just throw smokes pretty much wherever you want out of the B apartments here. You could flash for catwalk now. You can smoke catwalk from here. So that's pretty interesting, and I like that, honestly. The next change is this. They said they simplified the sides of CT sniper window in mid. I honestly can't remember like what it was like. I mean, this looks pretty similar to me. I'm thinking they moved this thing back a little bit, because I remember when I used to op here, I used to always get stuck on this thing. So I think they moved that back actually, which helps for picking mid and not getting caught on some weird object behind you. But honestly, that's all I can really see here. I don't know what they changed. So next, raised cover slightly in upper mid, so now these boxes and objects are higher, so that it actually covers your head a lot more, and you can't really see over them. You can kind of glitch over them, or if someone even jumped back here, they could see the top of your head. So I like that they raised that. That's good for sure. And then they fixed the visibility through a crate in the bomb site in here, so fixed just some visibility issue in the bomb site there. And that is it for Mirage, guys. Alrighty, Dust 2. So they increased the visibility behind this car at Long A. I don't know if you've seen it recently, but There was Kerrigan playing here with a USP, and basically the terrorists couldn't even see that guy at all. So now you can clearly see that guy. So fixing that visibility issue. Fix the render distance on a crate in CT spawn. Before, if you played like back here, that box and spawn would basically disappear and it looked like you were wall hacking. You could see someone behind this box, so they fixed that render issue. It opened up the skybox around long A, double doors, catwalk, and short. That is absolutely huge, and this is going to be a game changer for Dust 2. This is absolutely crazy. This is kind of like Source, if anyone remembers or played back then. But basically, you can do some crazy smokes now. For example, smoking double doors. We used to smoke double doors from this spot in Source. So you can smoke double doors a lot faster now. You can flash over this here. You can flash catwalk. So there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff happening now, like flashing catwalk from here. You know, as your teammates run up cat, and a flash just pops here. Like you're going to be able to flash back an opera that posts up here. You can flash over mid as CTs like that. So there's a lot that's going to go on with this. It's pretty interesting. This opens up a lot of possibilities. Pretty interesting. So pretty much all these things you can throw over. You can throw over that for a site. So a lot of skyboxes opened up here. Honestly, this is a really big change on Just 2, and I'm interested to see how it changes the dynamic of Terra side and CT side. So that is it for Dust 2 though. Alrighty, next up here is DE Train, the new competitive map back in the scene. And it was, you know, it was cute of Valve to shout out and thank me in their update notes. So Valve, you're awesome. So they made some pretty big changes here on Train. We'll go through them. So they said they made various optimizations, which obviously increases the FPS for everybody. So that's very important. I know some people were complaining about Train being laggy, so hopefully this helps. They said they removed collisions at the top of ladders. Okay. Pushed bomb site A further back towards CT, so this is now a lot further back than it was. This used to be pretty close to the E box there, so that's good that it's pushed back a little bit. Next up, we added a third train car to A site to reduce the amount of long sight lanes. So this right here really is a big game changer to this map. It adds a lot to it, so I'm glad they added that train. We'll see how it works out, but that is definitely a good addition for the A bomb site. Added a peak position inside of T main. I think this is a pretty interesting angle, and it's going to be pretty big for contention. I think it's pretty interesting to see how it's going to work out. So this angle here, you can actually see counter terrorists and terrorists. They're going to be able to see each other right here coming out. So this is going to be a big point of contention. It's going to be obviously something that's going to be smoked out from terrorists, but also, I mean, you could have your teammate flash for you while you post up. As the CT opera gets blind, your terrorist opera posts up and, you know, gets a shot on him. So a lot of interesting angles are opened up now. This one's still pretty interesting. You can see all the way into Ivy from ladder. So we'll see how that flies. Let's see what else we have here. Opened up area on the left side of T main exit. So right here, I'm assuming they just opened it up, made it a little bit more deeper to hide behind. Let me read that again. Opened up area on the left side of T main exit. Yeah, so that's that right there. Okay, move dumpsters in Ivy. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. It reminds me of if you played Source, you would boost a teammate up on the fence, but now like you can just jump on these dumpsters and kind of peek Ivy at a different height. So that is pretty cool. Raised crane in bomb site A. I don't know. This is the crane. Alright, you got raised, bro. Cool. Alright, block extremely tight angle from lower CT ramp towards T ramp and bomb site B. So just some weird angle, I think, was fixed here. There was a tiny little gap that you could see through. So just a visual update there. Prioritize CT spawn positions. So I'm not sure if they made them like worse for the CTs, like pushed them back further, or maybe just kind of, like they said, prioritized, like maybe deleted some that were too far back or something. But we obviously spawn in the same spot, just got rid of some of the bad spawn points maybe. But that is it for train. So I I don't want to stay on train too much because I just kind of want to show all the maps, but definitely going to be interesting to see how this map pans out now with these changes. So going to the last map now. Okay, on to the last map here, Overpass, and I kept this for last because this really was my favorite change. So going to the first one, opened up and simplified bombsite A, and this bombsite is beautiful. So bravo to Valve. This bombsite A is a bombsite, you know, I think about or envision when I see a bombsite in Counter-Strike. So a lot of free space to run around. You know, added these stairs back here, made movement more fluid. I remember this this area back here was so tight and cluttered. This truck was aimed more this way, and you'd have to jump over the truck, hide behind a dumpster. Like, it was all this jumping and like weird movement that it just felt awkward. Even rotating up here, there was this awkward movement where you had to jump up and then fight people. It was just it made for bad gameplay. And man, this is a huge change for Overpass, and they really added a lot to it as well. All these op angles that were so overpowered are kind of changed now. It's a lot different. You can't just simply hide behind the SWAT car that was right here, the APC that was right here, and just get all these op shots. You know, peek in the bathrooms, peek in there, peek long. They really made it kind of like a risk if you peek any of these angles now. So really, you can't really peek this angle anymore. You can see here, but you can't, like, you have to wall bang the pole. So for you to peek this angle now, you have to come all the way up here. For you to peek this angle now, you either have to be in front of the box completely in an exposed area where you could die from here, or you could also op it from up here, but once again, you're completely exposed from this angle. So it's kind of a risk now. You're not just completely exposing yourself, like this angle no longer exists to op down into there. So that is awesome how they eliminated that angle and this angle for oppers. So if they want to pick it, they kind of have to risk it and expose themselves to something. As well as picking this long now, like you can't simply hide behind an object here and just peek long freely. You now have to expose yourself to another angle if you want to pick that. So they really did a lot with the angle work and just making this a lot more simplified. Thinking about it now, like, the CTs aren't going to be able to smoke this choke point and hold it by just one smoke. Like, the terrorists are not, like, this bomb site will not be played off of just smoke play like Inferno at B. This bomb site's going to be a lot more tactical and a lot more interesting now to see how it works out. But this bomb site, I kept it for last because it was my favorite change. I really like what they did with this site, and bravo to Valve. So what else did they say? Opened up semi-open door in bathrooms fountain side. So this is open more. This is honestly better. It was like barely, you could barely see. So this, you know, offers just better visibility, more clear gunfights. So I like this change. Makes it more clear. And I believe that, I don't know if they opened up this more. This doorway, it looks bigger to me. I don't know, maybe not. I just feel like it's more a bigger doorway. So I don't know if they did that, but they definitely opened this garage fully. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll probably have a video as well on all the other changes, such as the M4A1 being $100 more now. So it's at like 3,200. They changed walking, how fast you move when scoped in with an op and auto snipers. They increased some of the SMG's recoil and accuracy and stuff like that. So there's a lot of other changes in this update that I just don't want to include all in one video because there's so much going on. And there could be a pretty interesting boost here, I think. If you boost on a teammate's head here, probably see over the long. That could be interesting. Okay. But yeah, that's it for all the maps, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and take it easy.